Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BestInSlot with a very quick piece of Jurassic World Evolution news, all coming from this image right here. Enhance. 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 Enhance, we've gone too far. Okay, so this image right here is from Brendan Morgan's Developer Spotlight. This is a series that Frontier is going to be running over the next 4 weeks, where they highlight the work of some of the people building Jurassic World Evolution. It's pretty cool to get a sort of a behind-the-scenes look at how the game is actually made, and stuff like that. And on Brendan Morgan's computer is a cheeky little graphic showing a developer pipeline, sort of a timescale, sort of a time plan thingamajiggy, I completely forgotten the word, that we've been looking for a long time. And they've not wanted to commit to for various reasons. Now, the first thing we can see is that there is an update coming in April next month. We already knew there was a small update coming in April. In that small update post, Frontier said that they had bigger things planned for the rest of the year. We now know, thanks to this post, which is just such a cheeky way of revealing any information at all, that information is coming in early summer. That DLC, that update, that expansion, whatever it's going to be, is going to land in early summer. If you're like me, you're probably expecting something fairly big, because at the end of the day, it's by early summer, it'll have been nearly 6 months since we got Doctor Who DLC. January, February, March, April, May. It will have been over 6 months since we got the last major piece of DLC, so you would expect something sizable, and the fact that it immediately follows what is a smaller update in April means we should expect something larger. So early summer in particular will be summer in the UK, which is where Frontier is based, and summer in general starts on the 21st of June officially. So early summer probably means late June to late July, somewhere within that 30-day period. Then June to August would be midsummer, and August to September would be late summer. It's crazy. You think summer ends in like July, and then it's autumn, and then winter starts, but it's not really how it works. Let's look at a dinosaur. What dinosaur are we going to look at? Who's my best? Who's my prettiest dinosaur? Struthiomimus, obviously. Struthiomimus, there you go. So, yes, we know there is now a big, and I think I can safely say the word big, I don't know, but we knew there were big things coming, and we can logically expect this to be a big DLC in early summer. So, little update next month in April, and then April, May, June, and then probably 2 months-ish, and then a big update as well. Probably mid-late, early July, I'd suggest mid to late June, early July, something like that. Any later than that and it starts not being early summer anymore. So that's really exciting. It is still a long way to wait, I'm not going to deny that, and I'm not going to deny that maybe it's a little bit too long since Doctor Who DLC. That is simply the case, and I hope that future game development is pushed a little quicker, timeline-wise. But there's two other things I want to address super quickly. The first is that it's really nice to see Frontier giving us any form of timeline whatsoever. They have been very reticent to give us information as to when we can expect content to drop. We got told an update in April, that was nice and specific, and now just getting the words early summer is enough for me personally. You know, I don't need this big elaborate timeline and knowing when every piece of DLC is going to come out, because I can totally understand why developers don't want to give us too much information in case plans change. Game development is a very tricky process. But just getting early summer at least tells us, it's like we already knew something big was in development, because it was inevitable. Something big had to be in development. It just had to be, logically. But it's just nice to know it's in development, you know? It's nice to know it's going to land within the next few months. It's nice to have something to look forward to, and even putting a very vague timeline on it, I think, is a really good thing. I think the community management of Jurassic World Evolution has been brilliant. They actually got awarded for it recently. The problem is they've maybe been told they're not allowed to give us a lot of information. And I think the major problem people have had with the community management has simply been the lack of communication and information, which isn't their fault if they can't tell us anything. So being able to tell us just early summer and stuff like that is a big, good step in the right direction. And I really hope it's something they stick with. You know, I hope after this next expansion or whatever comes out in early summer, we get told, I don't know, early winter, something like that, or just some form of information, even if it's like a 2-month timescale for when we can expect or when they're aiming for a DLC. I really think the lack of communication, the absolute lack of communication, is worse than even missing a deadline by a couple of weeks. But that's, you know, I don't know, I'm not in game dev or whatever, I could be entirely wrong by that, I probably am, in fairness. And the other thing I want to very quickly address, and this is speculative and optimistic as per usual, but go, yes, Ozzy, you're beautiful. Look at that Struthie. That's good. Oh no, it's gone. Never mind. You're not allowed to look at the Struthie as soon as I say that. Sorry, I'm just kind of knocking this video out of nowhere. There was a stream the other day, a sort of random Jurassic World Evolution stream like we tend to have when you find another dinosaur to look at. Miami, the Multiborosaurus, there we go. There was a dev stream thing, not a dev stream, but there was like a general community stream thing of Jurassic World Evolution the other day. And one of the questions got asked, when can we expect terrain tools in the game? Where are my terrain tools? This is by far the biggest comment on the game. This is the thing people want more than anything else, because whilst the game looks beautiful, the terrain tools are incredibly limited in this game. You know, I adore this game, I really do, but it is my biggest problem with the game. More than the decorations and stuff, the terrain tools is the biggest problem the game has. Decorations would be nice as well, as it happens. And they responded, instead of saying we have no plans and stuff, which is what they say for, like, if you go on the Jurassic World Evolution subreddit, people mention aquatic creatures and they mention flying creatures, often calling them aquatic dinosaurs and stuff, but that's not the point. And Frontier's response is, we have no plans currently to implement these things into the game. That is literally their response, and that's fair enough. I actually don't blame them for that. I don't take issue with that, like some other people do. There's a Spinosaurus over there. I have to go click the sign up. Big chungus. I really have no issue with that whatsoever. But when asked about the terrain tools / decorations on a live stream, their response was, we are aware that this is something people would like in the game. And they would have to be. The community outcry has been absolutely massive on this topic. And a lot of us feel that decorations and terrain tools, stuff to make our exhibits look better, stuff to make our parks look more unique, the ability to make sand and dirt and stone and stuff like that is fundamental, and once that's in the game, I do feel the base game will be basically sorted and perfect. I actually think that is the big hurdle they need to cross in order to get the base game where it should have been at release. I know it's a little sad to say that a year after release, but it's the case. You know, it's something that should have been there from the start. I think we all know that. They are seemingly very receptive to the idea, and they've always listened to community feedback in the past with things like the dinosaur sizes, and I don't want to sound overconfident or get people's hopes up or anything, but based on what they're saying, and based on the fact we have a big update on the way, and it's an update that's been in development for a long time, we've seen this update being worked on Steam database for a long time now, I'd say about 50% sure we're going to get terrain tools and decorations, or at least one of the two, in this early summer update. I'm only 50%, maybe like 49% to give me a little bit of leeway, but I'm definitely edging in that location, in that direction, I should say. And as we get more and more information, I'm more and more sure that that's going to be a thing. I don't know, I could be entirely wrong and very disappointed, but at least we've got a big update to look forward to, no matter what. This video went on way longer than I anticipated. I'm going to end it there. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. If you're excited, hit the like button. What do you want to see in that April update? And what do you want to see in the June update? The April update is going to be small. I don't know what's going to be, maybe a dino pack or something like that. And some bug fixes and stuff, and then we're expecting a substantial piece of DLC in late June, mid-June, early July sort of time. So something to get excited about. Finally, I have a timeline I can work with. Hooray! Yeah, dev stream things are really cool. The developer spotlight is really cool. Hope you see more of that kind of stuff, that kind of behind the scenes look at the game, and a bit more communication like that would be awesome as well. Okay, anyways, get hype. Thanks for joining me. Choose my stuff as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.